Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we are gonna take up a very important topic, that is why building projects is very important. And before, I used to think that I will learn a skill and why should I build projects? Why I should let it go. I'll add that particular skill on my resume and that's done. But this doesn't work that way. Projects are very important in various aspects, and we are gonna talk about that in this particular video. So make sure that you stick till the end of this video, and I'm working on various topics that were requested by various people. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel and keep updated. So let's get started. First and foremost thing is building projects is important because while you build project you understand a thing. Suppose you were learning a skill, suppose React you were learning, and you were seeing that particular videos line by line and line by line and line by line. What next? You don't code it, you neither practice it. I bet you that you'll forget it in next one day. Today you watch the video consecutively, you don't practice it. Next day you come without watching the video, you practice that particular concept, you won't able to do that. I guarantee you. So what happens is, whenever you watch a video, do practices first. Suppose you are watching the video of concept X. So what you do, after watching the video, keep the video aside, open the code editor and write that concept S, whatever you have learned. I bet you will face some problems, but again, don't look into the video. You can take it as a reference, you search on the internet and okay, this was a thing was taught in the video only. Okay, that's fine. You pick up that thing, you added your tasks, whatever you were doing, you are practicing, you're good to go. So that way is the best learning happens. So basically, whatever course comes, it won't teach you everything. It teaches you the basic fundamentals or something with building projects, and it adds upon that particular concept only, but it doesn't teaches everything. So while building projects, what happened is you bring various concepts from the internet as well, not from the course. You search on the Google and find that okay, for this implementation I need to use this particular library, for this implementation I need to use this particular thing. So while building projects, you'll eventually land into errors. So to solve that error, you have to go onto the internet and search and find out. There are various people who are facing the same problem. They post that question on the Stack Overflow mostly, and you can get that solution from out there, from there only. Okay, so this is the one aspect of building projects. So the second aspect is it builds up great profile in the sense, whenever you build projects you have that sense that you have that confidence that I am perfect in skills, I have built that project. Once you build that project, you add it to somewhere. For example, resume, you add it to your resume. When you add it to your resume, it eventually makes the strength of resume a bit more. And when various projects are listed on your resume, anybody seeing your resume will have more impact than the resume that is not having a project. Nowadays what happened that everybody builds a project and host it on GitHub. So this is a followed pattern nowadays. Build projects, host on it your GitHub, and people from the various places can able to see it. It's an open source thing now. What happens next, when you host it on GitHub, there are various free services like Netlify where you can directly take the code from GitHub and deploy it. So you have a unique URL where people can visit from anywhere in the world. So while you're building resume, you can directly add that particular link on your resume. So it increases the credibility of your resume, so that anybody having your resume sees that okay, you have this project, you also have the link. He or she clicks on the link, it takes that person to that particular link and it open on the browser or anything. He or she sees that okay, that's working, this is a live link. That increases the credibility. Now next thing is, whenever you are building projects, you are proving that you have the skills. Suppose you took a certification course on React.js. You finish that course, you have that certification. But what next? I told you that you will forget that skill in next particular days. So what next happens is you forget that skill, but you have that certification. In your resume you put that particular certification. Yeah, I am a certified React developer. But what happens is you put that skill, anybody sees that skill and asks you question based on React, but you didn't do any project, you didn't practice, so you eventually forget. So you won't be able to answer that question. For that only, if you're doing any certification, make sure that you build projects. You learn React, build a project on React, host it on GitHub, deploy it on Netlify or any other service, add that particular link to your resume. Next, you learn Java, you learn Android, make Android app, host it on Play Store or host it on GitHub and provide that link to your resume. I hope this making a clear process of building projects, hosting to GitHub, adding link to your resume, I guess. So what happens next is we'll have a particular proof that you know this particular skill. So you are adding 5 skill, you are having 5 project on your resume. So this eventually makes sense, like yeah, you know that particular skill. Last and one of the most important thing, when you have the projects on your resume, the recruiter will need to dive into that project as well. So he or she seeing into your projects or resume, basically what they do in the technical section is ask question based on DSA or computer fundamentals or any other topic. But when you have projects, they will eventually come to the projects and you have to drive the conversation to the project as well. Because remember, you have built your own project and nobody knows about that project better than you. I hope that is clear to you what I mean. So you have your project, they ask the question and you have built the project and you have searched on the Stack Overflow, you have searched on the internet and got the results. So nobody knows better than you about your project. So make sure that you build projects and you do the stuff yourself. I'm working on various things like computer programming, just development, like topics. There are various topics lined up. I am preparing them one by one. For this particular computer programming based development topic, I am gathering various resources and various things because this is one of the most demanded topic yet confusing. So stay tuned to my channel, subscribe it, hit that thumbs up button for this video and other video you are liking on this channel, and do comment that what are the kind of video you want to see on this channel. Oh, I talked a lot. It feels good, like after recording a video, it feels good. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, hit that subscribe button.